Hi everyone, I'm any new province and I just finished up the league with Mono Blue Ninja Martyr. We did get to repeatedly bounce creatures with a Mistblade Shinobi. You can kill your opponent after countering all of their spells with your spell stutter sprites in whatever matches you want by clicking on the timestamps in the description down below. While you're down there, if you wouldn't mind liking the video and subscribing to the channel, I'd really appreciate it. It's a great way to let me know you've enjoyed everything and it really encourages me to keep making great Pauper content. Thank you so much for watching and enjoy the league. Oh, let's get this thing started. We won the die roll. We're going to start. No lands. I can't say I'm super surprised. Okay, we have lands. We got a Sage of Epicure for turn 1. Although I think I'll just try to stick... What's up, Tactical Terry? Did I remember to log off of X Hamster? Why? Why? I am going to keep. Fairy Miscreant on top is pretty good, so I'm actually going to top that. And yeah, well, we certainly do not want any adult websites coming up here. And we're going to lead on Fairy Miscreant. Like, so what would necessitate in you having an account on that website, I wonder? I guess if you have, like, really specific taste. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Fairy Miscreant, we knew we were drawing that, so we'll play that to draw a card and see what it is. It could be a ninja, so we might not want to commit a bear. It's an aqueous form. Okay, well, the scry every turn I don't think is going to be worth it. I would like to set up my next few draw steps to hit a ninja of the deep hours, so we're going to go Sage of Epicure. And yeah, I guess Counterspell's fine. I probably want to... I probably want to put Counterspell on top here. We can go without finding this island for a little while. So I think we go island. Can you Control Z? Control Z doesn't work anymore, right? Okay. This costs 2 to activate, so we might as well go Martyr, Frost, Phantasmal Bear, Counterspell. All right. Go to combat. Where am I? That it's morning. Oh, somewhere. Did I say good morning? Oh, God. No, it wasn't me. It was Jay. Okay. I don't know. Somewhere in the world. We have a very diverse group here. That's one of the coolest parts about this. All right. So I have a feeling my opponent's on Boggles. I think I ran into my opponent on Boggles recently. So we'll see if that's what they got coming for us. Nope. It's Slivers. Sages or Denizen Mill Plan? It kind of would be, right? We have all these creatures entering the battlefield all the time. So I think opponent is getting the soul read on like days or something, so I think they're going to have a bad turn next turn while we leave up Counterspell. And then, so if we get the first Lord, 2 Phantasmal Bears should be able to block the big sliver that comes down. Matamix, how you doing? Oh, Stitch Drake? Yeah, Stitch Drake would be cool. So let's see if they got the Lord here. Playing around days wisely. We will counter this. Our bears will become blockers now. Still don't know how to switch from the hosted channel. Oh, that's weird. It should happen automatically, I think. Flanking isn't ideal here. I kind of really wish Aqueous Form gave like a pump effect somehow. So we got Phantasmal Bears we know about. We're going to play them out before we go scrying, because these can double block the slivers. Oh yeah, Maryland, yes! Just a quick refresh? I can see that working. All right, so we're going to attack like this. And then I will double block into a pump spell. I guess I could like throw the pump spell at Phantasmal Bear, which is kind of funny. Predatory Sliver. Okay, so now they're huge, so it doesn't even really matter if I block. But the Phantasmal Bears provide decent attackers on the ground. We're not going to block yet. More or less because flanking and all of our stuff will just die. Part of me wonders if I should just serve next turn. Like, how much do we get in for? They block 2. They take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage, down to 11. Then we play another bear. Granted, we kind of want this to be better than a Force Spike, right? So I think we have to just get in with our fairies again. Or actually, no. I think we have to go on the aggro plan, or we're like 100% dead. We have to trust that our opponent's Alpha Strike next turn just won't kill us, and hope that we have enough creatures on the battlefield that things work out for us. Martyr Frost is a fine chump blocker. We definitely needed to hit some more of our bounce spells here. Like, a lot more of our bounce spells. Opponent's going to lead the Stampede. Chump block Kami, welcome back. Not missing that first 2 minutes. Ugh, I probably should have waited. But some stuff went down with the production tonight, leading me to be a little behind. So wanted to make sure I got you guys as much quality content as possible. Opponent's going to stay back on defense. They've got the spinner at Sliver now. So we're going to make a creature unblockable and start getting some scry value. Yeah, so make Fairy Miscreant unblockable. I do wish that this was a ninja, but unfortunately it isn't. Get some scry value. Ninja on top is fantastic, so we'll put that on top. And play our island and pass. Opponent at 10. Yes, bounce our own value creatures. Yeah, whereas yeah. So I ended up getting around to that. It wasn't the most, it wasn't the easiest conclusion to come to, of course. So opponent's at 10, that's pretty good. We'll see what this 3 mana means. Armadillo Cloak? Main deck Armadillo Cloak? What is this? Trouble is what it is. I guess that's the response to all the burn in the metagame. Well, we are just going to take 5 here. There's no way we can trade with this thing, right? It has flanking, so all of our 1/1s die. Is that how flanking works? Yeah. All right. So they're going to gain 5, unfortunately. Oh man, main deck. That is brutal. I don't think my opponent's blocks are so good here that I really don't want to lose my board. So now we're going to awkwardly pick up our Fairy Miscreant that has an Aqueous form on it. We're going to bottom that. Go through blocks. Opponent can't block. And we obviously need a bounce spell for this creature, so we are going to ninja here. An unsummon would be ideal. Aether Adept kind of does the trick. Then we'll go ahead and play Fairy Miscreant. I wish that was a bounce spell right now. Unfortunately, it isn't. We might as well play at our island. And pass. Sketchy business, gang. Sketchy business. Some big slivers coming at us. Oh, very big slivers. Reminds me of the banding joke, yeah. So our opponent very well could just kill us with this plated sliver and spinnerhead sliver pretty easily. So we're representing 13 damage here, meaning we have to get in front of this for a lot. Oh yeah, I think we're just dead. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then put 2 in front of this. Yep. Let's go to blocks. Block, 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 block. Or actually, block like this. And then if we block... So this goes down to what? So we take 6 here. This way we take 7. And we were representing 6 on the crackback. Oh, guys, I think we're just dead. Yeah. I think this is how we have to block. We could, like, keep another creature and put a Phantasmal Bear here, but I guess we're just taking 7. None of these have flanking. A Junk Gang band. We're doing great. Really hoping to not run into a ton of Mono Red, or a ton of Scred Delver tonight. And wishing I hit my bounce spells early enough to really kind of tempo our opponent out here, but I think this is going to be the end. They're at 20. And Cloud Sprite. All right, we're dead. So Slivers, we are certainly going to try to be the tempo deck against Slivers, but how do we win? Prodigal Sorcerer, huh? I don't know about that. I guess this is pretty okay against... What's up, Pugsley? I guess this is pretty okay against their lords. With all of our bounce, like, if we brought in these 7 cards, like, bringing in a bunch of 3-drops, though, like, and in a land, what do we take out? Mistblade Shinobi? Like, we want Mistblade Shinobi. I guess we could, like, lose some of our Man, no, Prodigal Sorcerer doesn't feel very good here. I think our bounce spells are like okay. Sigil of Sleep would be really cool in this matchup. Very similar to a Mistblade Shinobi. Yeah, Prodigal seems really slow. And bringing in a bunch of 3-drops. Sketchy business. Echoing Truth might be okay. What's up, Ethereon? How you doing? Yeah, Echoing Truth and Whisk Away are what I'm looking at now. And Piracy Charm would be alright. Yeah, a 3-drop Sliver versus that ping. Glad to hear it, Ethereon. Later, yeah. Yeah, I think Echoing Truth is okay, and I think Whisk Away can argue its space here too. I think we'll go down. I know they had the Reach creature, but hopefully we can bounce that. So we'll get rid of Aqueous Form, and I think even like one Martyr of Frost. Like Martyr of Frost feels real slow here, and it seems like we're going to be emptying out our hand, trying to be aggressive. But maybe that's not the right strategy. So we're going to try it like that. And not at 1 a.m. Well, I am glad. I am glad to help you with a better sleep schedule, certainly. All right, well, Cloud Sprite into Ninja is a decent start. And then we have Martyr of Frost to back it up. So we're going to go for that. Let's see. Land, Sprite. Pass the turn. This deck is all in on 2 Ninja of the Deep Hours. I think we need a couple more of those bad boys. Another Martyr of Frost. That's interesting. All right, so go land, combat, swing with Cloud Sprite. Go through the blocks, get a Ninja down. Deal some damage. Draw card. Mistblade Shinobi. Okay. All right, pass the turn. Land would be nice. Land would allow us to Martyr Frost plus counter magic, which we couldn't do here anyway. Oh man, land would be just gas. Unfortunately, we did not hit the gas. But I think we are, so we're going to serve with Ninja first. They might have Mutagenic Growth, but I don't think they'll block here. We may hit our land drop. They're going to let us hit. I like it. Land. Sage of Epetier. Okay. Well, I think it's going to be Martyr of Frost. Although, like, that seems real slow, too. Maybe it's just Augury Owl to set up. So maybe we go Cloud Sprite, Martyr of Frost. I wouldn't mind Owl. That's what I'm thinking. Like, if we Owl here, find our land drop, and then next turn pick up Owl with Mistblade Shinobi, bounce something. I think I'm going to go Sage Sprite here. Sage lets us look at the top 4. If we hit a land drop off that, we get to do a lot of this stuff. So let's go Sage. We found a land. We'll want land into Counterspell, most likely, and then Fairy Miscreant, although it doesn't really matter. Hopefully we can scry these fairies away. So we'll go Fairy, Sprite, Counterspell. I guess it doesn't really matter. Counterspell, land. And then play... Then play Cloud Sprite. We're going for Mistblade Shinobi here. Yeah. All right, opponent plays Muscle Sliver. You got it. So we need the tempo play bad here. I found the land. So now I want to Mistblade Shinobi, bounce this. Actually, so if I go to combat and attack with both and they block Ninja of the Deep Hours, we could trade a Ninja with this Muscle Sliver. But I don't really think that's the kind of life we're trying to live here. So we'll go to combat, attack with Cloud Sprite. Go through the blocks. Pick up Cloud Sprite. And Ninjutsu. It's like a one-time bounce spell here. Bounce the Muscle Sliver. Yes. And we know we want the cards on top, so I think I'm going to go Martyr, Frost, and Clouds right here. And pass the turn. All right, opponent replays Muscle Sliver. Yep, can't counter it. I wonder if just like triple blocking here is reasonable. They're not going to attack. Okay, sweet. So turn comes back. We find counterspell that we knew about on top. So we'll go to combat and just swing with Cloud Sprite here. And I don't want those fairies on the top of my library, unfortunately. But I think going down counter magic this turn is just kind of bad. So I think we're just going to pass. And I mean, the next couple of turns we can leave up counter magic while playing our fairies. So I'm okay with that too. And if my opponent does attack, I would love to whisk away. I hope people will still play Ralligond. That deck is sweet. Rabid Wallaby. Yay, afternoon stream. Going to a major local Pauper tournament on Tuesday. The favorite deck to win is Rainbow Tron. You play Elves and want to keep playing Elves. What do you need to know to beat Tron? And how the hell do you deal with Gone combo? As an Elf player, you don't have a ton of options, but with all of their like stuff that they're doing with bounce spells, you can certainly find a way. Or not bounce spells, fog spells, you can certainly find a way to beat that. All right, so attack with Cloud Sprite. Pass the turn. The reason I didn't counter there is because I was hoping to whisk away an attacker. But now we will be countering things. So we'll see what our opponent plays. Yeah, definitely do not want them to have Vigilance. So counter that. I mean, they know the counters are coming now. Opponent goes to combat. See how they attack. Just with Plated Sliver. We'll take 3. That's not a big deal. We're going to find another fairy on top. And I don't mind playing it here. So run out Fairy Miscreant. Leave up our Martyr Frost activation. Go to combat and swing like this. They do not want our ninjas to get in at all. That is a really, yeah, it's a really difficult question. In your local meta, it's one deck you haven't beaten. It's a really difficult question because Elves, you have that limited kind of ability to do anything, right? Yep, should have counted one of those, but it is what it is. Opponent has 6 cards in hand. We'll see what they do. What's up, Wallsmark? How you doing? Welcome. All right, going to attacks. Swing, swing, 2. Okay. So I think we have to take 6 here. Maybe we block like this. Take 3. And yep, opponent's gonna pass back. Sage, that doesn't really do anything. Okay. Well, we'll play it. It's a blocker. Rearrange the top 4. Island, Island, Counterspell, Zephyr Sprite. Like, even if we counter every spell they cast for the rest of the game, we're not in very good shape. So I think I want Counterspell and I want 1 Island. And I want Island for next turn. So we'll go Island, Zephyr Sprite, Counterspell, Island. Go to combat. Swing with the Flyers. 4-3. Trump block's getting considerably worse over time here. Opponent at 9, though. Got that going for us. Let's see what this is. Yep, that is definitely going to eat a Martyr. Yeah. Reveal Augury Owl. They can't pay 1. Right. Not too bad, Gregarious Potato. We're trying. We're doing our best here. We've only got a couple of turns before we're dead. So I think we take 6 down to 6 here. Or maybe we take 3. No, I think we take 6 down to 6 here. And then if we have to make 2 blocks next turn, we will. So we have our opponent on a 3-turn clock. Yep. So we go to 6. Turn comes back. We draw our island. So play the island. Go to combat. We have to be careful here. So even if we play 2 creatures... If we play 2 creatures, we can block their stuff. But then we die on the following attack. We attack for 3 again and then die on the following attack. But I think we have to do it. So we're going to try to keep the pressure on. And try to scry into some bounce spells with these Augury Owls. Too many error? I don't think so. Okay, so enters, scries 3. So we'll have to go bottom. Everything. Try to find some bounce spells. And what's up, Maverick Girl? How you doing? There's an Unsummon. And a Mistblade Shinobi. You can only draw one or the other, though. I guess Mistblade Shinobi allows us to use 1 mana to kind of like give a creature vigilance next turn. So we'll go top this. Bottom the island. Top Unsummon. And put Mistblade Shinobi on top of that. Alright, your turn, opponent. Misplay Shinobi? That's me. Oh yeah, just like hype out of control. So we're gonna go to 2. We're gonna lose all of our blockers. Opponent's only gonna have 1 blocker back. They're not gonna, yeah, they're gonna attack with 4. Okay, so we can let 1 in. Alright, attacking with 5. Yep. And Unsummon still wouldn't have gotten us the win here, so... Alright, go to blocks. Block, block. I guess Mutagenic Growth also kills us here. You're right. Block like that. Lose our dudes. And take 4. Down to 2. 4 poison. But I don't think that's going to be enough. Even Mistblade bounces a creature, gives us a blocker, and then we can also whisk away. Yeah. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ways to deal with creatures next turn. We can currently Mistblade Shinobi plus whisk away to deal with 2. Yeah, we're just dead. Deal with 3. Hold on. So if we attack with... If we just attack with Fairy Miscreant, we can go block, block, bounce this with Mistblade, whisk away this, block. No, I think we're just dead. 1, 2, bounce, bounce, 3. Yeah, we're just dead. Bummer. Okay, maybe I should have countered something a little bit earlier. So, no ninjas. We do have a free snapback, and we have an unsummon, plus we have a 2/2 for 1. And Sage of Epicure to try to find us our second land drop to actually get the rest of the stuff online. So I'm going to keep this. We'll see what our opponent's on. We'll see if a turn 1, 2/2 is more important. Elves. Okay. This is going to be sketchy. Snapback may very well be important here. So I think a 1 mana 2/2. Maybe just attacking with a 1 mana 2/2 next turn instead of playing a Sage of Epicure. I guess it depends on if we draw a land here or not. Considering snapback is going to be important. Like, we have to tempo them out. Like, I've never tried to okay, we definitely need a land drop. So, Sage of Epicure is going to come down. Unfortunately, playing the 14 land deck, I feel like asking for a land here is a little tough. About to get Epicure locked. Oof. Biggest oof, guys. Okay, so maybe we just take another Sage? None of this feels very good. We don't want any of this stuff. So I guess we'll just take another Sage and try to hit our land drop. All right, pass. Was the spell Slivers played in Cloud of Fairies era? Oh, cool. Okay, so that was kind of like an old school Slivers deck. That's cool. Yeah, we're going to have to. But, I mean, this is Elves and it's turn 2. Got Well-Wisher on board. Okay. So them gaining 3 life isn't the end of the universe. We'll play Sage. Look at the top 4. Found our land. So we want to go land and then Ninja, probably. And then even, like, Bear before we go to Martyr. Because we don't have enough mana to support Martyr yet. So let's go Martyr, Bear, Ninja, land. And I think we're going to attack. We need every point of damage we can get. And if they want to trade either of these creatures, then so be it. Although I doubt they will. Debatable whether I want to snap back this Birchlore Rangers or not in their upkeep, maybe. I don't think so. They have 3 mana already. But I guess that does put them up to 5. Whereas they would have to... I think I actually am. Pass turn. It's going to have to be a pretty friggin' good Ninja the Deep Hours, I'll tell you that. By the time he started, ooh, stable job and cash. It's living the dream, man. It's like it's the only reason I even exist. So we found our island, thank God. We're going to draw island next turn, which will allow us to leave up Counterspell. Until we find Ninja. At which point, hopefully we can get a Ninja of the Deep Hours down. And, like, draw out of this. I guess we need more on summon effects. Nice. We can always get behind caring about science. Alright, so opponent plotting out their next turn. Seeing what they're going to do. Snapback's kind of a cool spell, eh? I like it. The art's really nice, too. So they are going to recommit the Birchlore Rangers. Maybe they have Distant Melody or something. They want to make sure this sticks before we have the chance to leave up Counter Magic. I don't really know. 2 mana means... This Priest, 3 mana. Timberwatch. Would have been nice to have a counterspell for that. Alright, so play a land. No good attacks now. I guess we can unsummon the Timberwatch Elf and play Phantasmal Bear. Then they just Timberwatch next turn. Yeah, Bear is decent. This is tough, though. Like, I kind of want to be able to leave up. We know we're drawing Ninja next turn. So that'll be our opportunity to pretty much do anything. I think I'm going to pass. We're going to let them get a Timberwatch Elf activation off, and if they try to cast Quirion Ranger, we can counter it. Oh yeah, Zubera Storm is super cool. Man, so many decks need more lands. Is this Lizalana? Okay, no sirree Bob. That would have been pretty sweet if we didn't have a counterspell. But we had a counterspell, so... Alright, so now I guess it's Timberwatch and let them get an activation out of now it's Ninja and let them get an activation out of Timberwatch. And maybe find another land in some distant future. You know what's decent? Treating people fairly. I totally agree. Never play it into open blue mana. Is it that important? It's a pretty important card. So still no land, and it's going to be a while before we find a land, but we can go Sage of Epicure, Phantasmal Bear. Pressuring their life total. Like, I just don't think... I just don't know that we can do this. You know, oh, there's another Lizalana. Fantastic. The best we can hope for against that is Unsummon plus Counterspell, but they're going to get some value here anyway. Quirion Ranger. Oh, God. All right, we're probably dead. Yeah. So now they're going to get to go do their crazy elf value thing. Maybe it was better sequenced by my opponent than I had assumed. So yes, it's a moral victory. You want to play a set of those Query Rangers in foil and paper? How expensive is that? Can you just give me like give me a Cole's Notes? What do we got? 1 turn here, gang? 1 turn? Are we actually just dead? 1 turn, right? We've got Unsummon. Just 1, though. Play Sage. Have a look. But I just don't see this panning out. So we have to take a land. We'll take Mistblade after that. And I guess we don't serve because we can represent a block on Mistblade next turn. Are there Spell Stutter sprites in this deck? Yeah, maybe showing them Unsummon isn't great. I guess we already showed them Snapback, but who knows? Maybe we'll find an opportunity to get rid of this Lizzalana before we actually die. This Lizzalana and this Timberwatch elf. We're going to tag with everything but Well-Wisher and Timberwatch. Okay. So go to blocks. Block like this. Yep, they pump a token. And Query Ranger. Yep. And pump a different token. Well, we can bounce 1 token, but we're just dead. 14, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, Exacxes. All right. We're dead. So, elves, eh? Pirate's Charm can come in. Prodigal Sorcerer is going to be important if we can ever hit our 3rd land drop. So let's bring in a land. And this is what the sideboard will be. So what do we take out? I think our bounce spells are okay, but not great. Aqueous Form doesn't matter. Spell Starter Sprites are pretty important. Aether Adept's real slow. So let's take a couple of Adepts out. Misplaced Shinobi's fine. And maybe like Phantasmal Bears because they're too slow. Sure, Discovery. I guess ninjas aren't going to be getting in consistently, so maybe having this many 1-drops isn't super important. So we'll do it like that. A Pauper is a fair and balanced format. I agree. Great, no lands. Sweet. Also no lands. Yup. This is what I signed up for. I saw the deck, had to try the deck. Had 16 lands. I don't, Jay, no. But I should. Okay, try again. Still no lands. Okay, 1 more time. We'll keep this. Land, nice. Found it. Oh yeah, Tim's in the board. So no lander down to 4. We'll see. 14 lands. So that's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen like a lot, but it's definitely gonna happen. If we draw another land here, who knows? But I don't think we stand much of a chance here. Sage might help us find one. Ah! I found the lands. All right, so we'll just draw those for a little while. So we'll go Phantasmal Bear, land, 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 and pass. What could possibly go wrong? This deck needs the arena algorithms. Maybe they don't, like, people coming over from arena don't understand land drops. So hopefully these spell starter sprites do literally anything here, but at this rate, I don't think it's really going to matter. Even the London Mulligan will do. I agree. They went 5-0 with this list. Like, we can't really bag on it. Maybe there's no landers you keep. I don't know. So we have a land now, which is nice. We'll pass. Try to spell Stutter Sprite something. I think it should, yeah. I mean, they've got their 2 Timberwatch activations. So are we just dead now? I think we are, right? So go to blocks. Block like this. And that's 1, 2. So I'm going to save the Virtual Rangers, plus deal a lot. 8, 9, 10, 11. 8, 9, 10. All right. We go to 10. And go to end step. Flash and spell search, right? What do we draw? Another island. Sweet. So we'll play an island and pass turn. And die, I think. Right? There's nothing we can draw into. So even if we attack with Ninja here, there's nothing. We block something, they activate, and we lose. Well, we tried. Oh, sorry, guys. All right, so out there in YouTube land, we are on turn 1 against Mono Blue or Scred Delver. We kept our 7 because it had a single island and 2 misplayed Shinobis. Still getting used to the new overlay. We're back. Thanks for the shout out, guys. Thanks. High quality content here. Jeff is trying to cover up a mistake. Oh, and did so super successfully. Ah, it's going to be blue-black Delver, eh? I'll never cover that mistake up. What's up, Cook the Book? Thank you very much for the follow. I really appreciate that, man. Hope you're having an excellent evening. All right, so we're going to attack with Zephyr Sprite. Try to get crafty here. So attack like this. Go through blocks. And Mistblade Shinobi. Opponent's seen this deck list. They know what they're in for. They'll probably just let us bounce their Delver, though. Yep. So bounce Delver. Or attempt to. All right, end of combat. We'll try to Sage of Epicure. They might have their days here. We want to hit another land drop next turn. Do we find a land drop? We do, plus a shared discovery not too far from here, but we do want these 2 lands first. So we'll go Martyr because we already have one. We need to go island and then shared discovery. So I think we're going to go island. We're going to try to set up a shared discovery. Let's resolve a shared discovery. That's my goal for this game. So if we can resolve shared discovery, we did it. Chandler from Friends nickname in one episode. Lane Kenzie? Maybe. All right, opponent plays another swamp. He's going to attack with the big Delver. Yep. Bouncing Anglers will be sweet, hopefully. Hopefully we'll have an opportunity to bounce Anglers. We'll see. Here comes another Delver. Yep. And our turn. So we'll play our land first because we do have counter magic in hand. Go to combat, swing with both. Opponent has 4 cards in hand. We should successfully get a hit in with Mistblade here. This is sweet. Okay, so pick up Sage. Get Mistblade down. Bounce both of our opponent's creatures. Hopefully. Yeah, bouncing Flip Delver doesn't feel too bad. So we'll go like this. Go like this. We will use their abilities. Yes. Also yes. And now we're going to play 2 creatures and hope to be able to share Discovery next turn. If your Mistblade Shinobis connect, they're not bad. Let's see if they daze here. Wasn't too bad, no. And we had the counterspell backup. They are going to daze, okay. So we can't pay for daze. We'll pass. We know we have Shared Discovery on top, so next turn we still have the opportunity to Martyr Frost into Shared Discovery. With Daze Protection. So opponents still can't Angler here. They're not going to play creatures. Our Mistblades would take care of those. But I think drawing the cards is just worth more now. So let's go Martyr Frost. And Shared Discovery. Draw a bunch of cards. Unless they foil it. They could foil it. Nice, we drew another land. So we have our counter magic up if they do decide to make an attempt at anglering. We can also just sack our Martyr Frost because they can't counter that counter, which is kind of nice. Nice touch there. Goal achieved. We did it. We resolved a Shared Discovery. Everyone can go home now. I'm kidding. Stay, please stay. Yeah, first Delver, not super important. Second Delver, I can sack a Martyr Frost to that. And reveal 1, 2, 3. And the worst ancestral ever printed. But you are home. Okay, we'll stay. Probably best to quit while we're ahead. I agree. All right, turn comes back. We've got more lands than we'll need ever again. Play a land. I think we just like wholesale bounce this Delver with Aether Adept here. And get in for 3. Although, being able to just bounce it with a Mistblade isn't bad. So we'll do that. Attack with everything. I guess they're probably almost fine just grabbing cards every turn. No blocks from our opponent, okay. So, yep. We'll target. And opponent scoops it up. Finally. All right, sweet. So we won a game. Take that all the way home with us. Blue-black Delver. What do we want here? We're going to have to fight Gurmag Anglers. We're going to have to fight on the stack. We're going to have to kill Delvers. This is all very interesting stuff. So I think Void Snare and Echoing Truth are probably our best options here. Disinfecting this deck earlier today, and man, this deck takes literal forever to kill people. They can't beat the Shinobi. They can't. They cannot beat the double Shinobi. So I think Void Snare, Echoing Truth is what we want. How did you do, Breadlord? How was your record? So we want that really fast bounce. I think Aether Adepts are going to come out. And Piracy Charm is like a consideration. Maybe over Aqueous Form. We can just fly over everything. Yeah, I like that. Let's do it this way. Didn't Naruto beat some Shinobis? I'm not up on my Naruto deep lore right now, so I cannot confirm or deny whether there was a Naruto who killed a Shinobi at any point. And my apologies for that. Nice, big old no-lander. Seen a lot of these. Mulligan. Okay, I guess we'll keep. We have a free spell. We're on the draw. Might be able to scry into a land. We got Shinobis. Piracy Charm. I think we want to be looking for a land here. Although this could kill Delver on turn 1. Yeah, we have no way to look for lands later, so I actually am going to bottom this. Naruto doesn't kill people? Foolishness. Who do they think they are? Batman? Didn't Batman kill some people sometime? Is there a show out right now where Batman's going bad? Poor Batman. All right, attempt to resolve a Phantasmal Bear. If it gets countered, we lose. I'm a Sherigan man. Uh-oh, what does that mean? It was an alright record if I recall correctly, but I just think the all instance fairies deck. Yeah, I love mono blue fairy control. That is like just one of my favorite decks, bar none. Unfortunately, this Augur Bolas is going to get in the way of our Phantasmal Bear and ruin all of our ninja fun. They friggin' gotta gush off an Augur of Bolas. God. This right here, guys. This is how you build a good deck in Pauper. These cards in a deck. You really don't have to do much besides that. Okay, let's see what we find. I guess we could snap back this Augur to make sure we get a Mistblade Shinobi down, but I don't really know if that's worth it. I guess we can draw and see what we draw first. If we draw land, yeah. We don't want to put this back in their hand. All right, we'll just pass. Yeah, the Mono Blue Fairy control deck that's like top 5 for me. I love that deck. And there's a lot of things going for it. Like, it's an old school kind of deck. It's been around a long time. It's like doing really powerful things. It's got a bunch of copies of Exclude. Like, there's tons of ways and tons of reasons to like that deck. All right, well, we're going to continue the nothing doing until we find a 1-drop fairy. There we go. Chances of this resolving. Approaching 0. Tight. All right, pass turn. Now we need a land. I guess our opponent just casting Augur Bolas 100 times isn't, like, the end of the universe if that's all they're doing, but they would have to be stuck on lands pretty bad for that to matter. It's basically Delver's grandpa, so it's been around a while, eh? That's neat. Alright, opponent's just passing. They're going to leave up all this interaction for our potential interaction. Martyr Frost, eh? Doesn't do anything here. Alright, so go to combat, attack with Zephyr Sprite. Now the question is, do we snap back the Zephyr Sprite in response to removal? Or like if we get Shinobi down? Now what is it? It's just like, this is 1 damage, right? That's the idea? Can't counter this. Don't know if I'll bounce Augur. Probably won't. Damage goes through. Man, like something to pump their toughness by 1 here would be fantastic. So they get attack around the Augur. All right, we'll pass. Try to precariously resolve Zephyr Sprite next turn, maybe. Gush. Gush right now, opponent. Gush. Do it. Do it, opponent. Gush. Cast Gush. I love it. Oh, I love it so much. Yeah, like, somebody let me play a blue deck someday, please. I'd really like that. And then I would just, like, play it incorrectly. Opponent's gonna probe. Yep. What's up, Akia? I'm gonna mispronounce your name again. Akia? No, because you're picking it up, right? Like, you're not targeting it with any abilities. Shared discovery. All right, so try to run out Zephyr Sprite again, just in case we get a land someday. Counter an opponent. Oh, I love it. Okay, they daze. Yep. Nice. Pass turn. Yeah, which is, it's one of those things. Like, I have some friends that I've played with, you know, for a while, and it's one of those kind of like annoying things about Pauper, or about Magic, excuse me, that like wording is so explicit. Like the first time I Oblivion Ringed someone's, or Detention Sphered, I think it was Detention Sphere, someone's creature that like couldn't be, I don't know, I can't remember how it worked exactly. We're playing Commander, and I Detention Sphered something that wasn't intuitively a Detention Sphere target. Anyway, it was weird. Opponent gets in with Augur Bolas. I like your gumption. I like your gumption, opponent. Maybe they have ninjas too. Nope. What do we draw? No islands. Go figure. All right, go to combat. Attack with Mistblade. No blocks. No effects. And let's get down Fairy Miscreant, hopefully, so that we can ninja if we draw a land someday. I have seen, like, I've played against Rebels in practice, but I've never tried the deck myself. Playing against it in practice, it does seem really good. Like, if you can get that engine started and kind of churning, then it does seem quite good. Yeah. I'd like to be a Rebels player someday if possible. We'll see. Flicker, return an aura from a graveyard. You can choose hexproof. Yeah, maybe. It might have been something like that. I can't remember. I think it was... Oh, it was like... Spells your opponents cast that target a creature you control cost 2 more to cast. But then I cast a Detention Sphere for 3 mana and Detention Sphere their creature. And they were like, hey, why didn't you pay an extra 2 mana for it? And I was like, Magic the Gathering. So no ninjas for our opponent. We will greet them with a ninja next turn. Land. Heckin'. Okay, so I am going to try to tempo this Delver off the battlefield. Although drawing an extra card would be real nice here. But I think they're going to try to hardcast Daze. Exactly. So that's why... And like, I understand. But they did not. Alright, so... Get Mistblade down. We're going to bounce this Delver. And pass. Opponent at 15. And what do we discard to hand size here? Probably one of these ninjas. That seems bad. Martyr Frost? Got like no mana. Tutorable Electrickery answers in the Rebels deck. Sensor Bear. Oh yeah, it is really cool. And there's like an enchantment too, isn't there? Isn't there an enchantment that gives stuff? Oh yeah, Cook the Book. Cook the Book. We're valuing it out. Another Delver. Yep. See if our opponent attacks here. Okay, well, now we have a good attack to bounce this Delver, which I kind of like. What 5 cards do they have in their hand that aren't a Gurmag Angler? Maybe just like a Jillion lands. Ooh, baby. Play land. Go to combat. Swing. I think the MO here is going to be to cast 2/1 drops, honestly. But we'll see. Opponent's just going to take it. Okay, so no ninja this time. We're going to try to cast 2 Fairy Miscreants. Target this. And target this. Yes, we will bounce Delver. This fizzles. Maybe Deep Hours was the better option there, but I'd like to have 2 creatures down here for potential shared discovery next turn. Hitting another land drop would be amazing. Opponent's going to brainstorm, looking for interaction. Rebels is almost auto win against Boggles. We got the Tech now, gang. Guys, you made me think about Tech 9. Way to go. I'm not going to tell you whether I'm happy or sad about that, but you did make me think of it. So see if our opponent found the interaction they were looking for. Hard counter on Fairy Miscreant. You got it. Play a Fairy Miscreant. Is this a Daze? No Daze. Bastard. They're a hip-hop artist. I would love to draw 3. That would be ideal. Our opponent is flooding out like crazy here. And here comes the Gurmfather. Gurm Daddy. So let's see how they do this. Delver comes back down. Yep. 2 cards in our opponent's hand. So we'll have the opportunity to try to bounce it with Snapback, depending on how our opponent attacks here. That's interesting. This is my real voice. All right, so we go to 16. Yep. And we're going to take our draw step before we snap anything back here. We find Echoing Truth. That's interesting. All right, so we're going to snap back Angler and then try to get down a Ninja. I just don't see us ever resolving this shared discovery. Oh, God. That hurts. So Snapback Angler, see if they counter. I mean, it's a 2-for-1. That's for sure. They Brainstorm. Yep. Brainstorm Shuffle not looking super hot here. No, the dream! Mistblade Shinobiing a Gurmag Angler would be pretty sweet. Guess we just bounce our own Mistblade Shinobi in combat. They exclude the snapback. Got him. Big gush. Gush on our turn. I like it. Desperation. I'm big on desperation. Gets me in all the right ways. I mean, they just get to cast it again next turn. We don't have counter magic to answer it. But I will keep relentlessly bouncing it. And they might have had like one of their free removal spells, which would suck, but we got 2 bounce spells. I don't really know why they wanted to counter that so bad. It's a lot of resources. Guess we'll soon find out. So they're going to snuff out the Mistblade Shinobi. Sure. Go through blocks. And will they trade Delver with Mistblade Shinobi? That'd be cool. They're going to. Okay, so now we will Ninja of the Deep Hours, Fairy Miscreant. And hopefully they don't have another snuff out here. And we hit a land drop so that we can recast our creature. That would be ideal. Although I'm sure they found more counter magic. Ooh, we found an island. Cool. So play an island. And if this resolves, which I imagine it will, or they would have countered that snapback, then we should be in pretty good shape here. So next turn we should be able to Void Snare the... It's like it does nothing. Like literally nothing when they have that few cards in hand. Yeah, they probably should have gushed first. Well, they might have found Gush off Brainstorm. Who knows? Preordains. Yeah, I feel like they're kind of off interaction here. But we'll see. This deck does take a long time to kill people. This has been a minute. I like having 2 answers to Gurmag Angler in hand, even if we don't have a way to get rid of it permanent style. They do have 5 cards in hand, so like this is not over by a long shot. Here comes the Gurmfather. I hope that doesn't peak my mic too bad. Am I like blowing your guys' eardrums out? 2 mana. Gonna be additional Gurmfathers. Gonna be Soul Reap. Okay. Yep. It's 1 less ninja we can do with next turn. So we'll see if they have answers for both of our bounce spells. We really do just want to draw a card off this ninja. The 2 life matters, but it's not too bad. But you have a semi now? Well, I'm really glad you decided to purchase a new truck. So I think they put all their removal on top with that preordain. We'll see. Sage. All right, so first we will attempt a Void Snare on Gurmag Angler. God, this deck is annoying. Like I can feel from my opponent how annoying this is. My microphone. Go to combat. Swing with Ninja. No blocks from our opponent, I assume. They go to 5. We draw a card. It's a Spell Stutter. I feel like Spell Stutter isn't going to grab anything too useful here. Like it might grab a Cantrip or something or another Delver, but I think I'd rather just run out this Sage and have a better opportunity to Ninja next turn. So if we hit a land with this Sage, then we'll be able to Echoing Truth plus Ninja next turn, and they'll probably keep attacking with this Aqua Bolas, which is, I don't know, just funny. It's an open mic night. All right, guys, who's up next? I've played you all of my songs. All right, this is weird. So I think we want Spell Stutter Sprite last. We'll put these bears here. We do want an Unsummon effect for next turn, so we'll pass. All right. Guess who's back? Back again. Gurmfather's back. Delve in 7. Gurmag dat. Gurmag dat. Gurmag dat. Attack with this Augur Bolas, opponent. Show me that you mean it. Do it. Ah. Bummer. Okay. Our turn. We draw Unsummon. So there's no... Well, I guess we can Unsummon Angler, attack with both, and then... Like, our opponent just never gets an attack with Gurmag Angler. That actually seems pretty good. So try to Unsummon Angler. Opponent's going to Counterspell. Okay, sure. Pass turn. Luca Bentriva, thank you very, very much for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome to the Jank Bank. I hope you're having a great night tonight. And our opponent's at 5. So if we spell stutter on their end step and then are able to ninja next turn, then we just have them for lethal. Depending on how they attack, of course. And I guess we would also have to draw land, but we'll see. Opponent preordains. Would have been an okay spell starter target. But we'll see. If they get off, like, if they find a brainstorm or something, I think I might counter a brainstorm. 1 card on bottom, 1 card on top. 3 cards in hand. They attack. We don't mind taking 5 here. So we will. And I don't even think we want to bother. Well, maybe bouncing Gurmag Angler here actually matters. Is this another Gurmfather? Oh my god, yes. Cast another one and let me Echoing Truth them. Oh god. I am ecstatic. I hope they don't have days. Please don't have days. Come on. No days. One time. Ah, frig. Okay. They even did the island tap value. Okay, that was really bad for us. Oh, yeah. Got frigged. Okay. So play Phantasmal Bear. Hopes deleted. Yeah. That was pretty good. That was pretty good for our opponent. I guess we could have waited until our turn. Maybe been a little less greedy about it, but I really wanted to win. We'll pass. They're at 5. Sadness is placed on the stack. It resolves. We could have ferried a preordain, yes. Opponent will gush. Okay. Yeah, and then they might have countered Spell Stutter Sprite. I hear that. When they have days. Yeah, it's the best. All right, they get in with 2 Gurm Anglers. We can't let both of them hit us, so let's block with Sage. We're hoping for some spicy top decks here. I think Unsummon on Augur Bolas with them having no interaction would do it. Granted, this Spellstarter Sprite also can't get countered. No, it does not. No, because you're not targeting it. You're just picking it up. All right, Delver gets countered. They let our Spellstutter go. They ponder. Okay. It's just bears all the way down. So we'll see. Maybe we'll get a bounce effect and they won't have Unsummon here. Or they won't have a way to counter it. Or kill one of our creatures. We can't get back our Echoing Decay. I like Vapor Snag better, I think. Oh, is this a 4th Gurmag Angler? Oof. Or a 3rd Gurmag Angler? Even the Aven would be really annoying here. The Aven's almost more annoying because it gives us less of an opportunity to win. Okay. So Gurmag Angler is what it is. Now we need 3 blockers for next turn. Something to keep in mind. What do we draw? Phantasmal Bear. Well, it is a blocker for next turn that allows us to ninja right now. But then they can't have a removal spell. I guess Spellstutter Sprite getting in here. Oh, God. All right, so we'll attack with Spellstutter Sprite. Go through blocks. Get down Ninja. Put our opponent at 3. Draw a card. Another Spellstutter. Not cheap enough. We'll play Phantasmal Bear, and if they have days, we lose. They did not have days. Okay. I mean, we're still really close to losing. But we're not dead yet. All right, so go to blocks. We will block, 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 because if we don't, we're dead. And they don't attack with Augur. Wise move, opponent. They get down Delver. But yeah, so Echoing Truth resolving back there might have gotten us this game. I mean, we don't die this turn, for what it's worth. But we're pretty close to just being dead. We'll pass. Oh, we are dead. Yep. All right. What do we have that might make this better? Being on the play is definitely helpful. I will absolutely take being on the play. After seeing all that play out, I really don't think... I think our sideboarding was correct. So let's do it again. And maybe not throw away... I think we let a Mistblade Shinobi go a little earlier than maybe we should have. No, it's a 14-island deck. We're playing it that way. I think the other island comes in with Prodigal Sorcerer. Because hitting your third land drop is, like, really important. Because you need it to cast Prodigal Sorcerer, mostly. All right, opponent, let's do this thing. It's time to battle. I wonder what their sideboard looks like. Okay. We have Sages to find us our next land drop. We have Shared Discovery. Yeah, whatever. Let's try it. No ninjas. A ninja would be nice. I feel like this isn't a great matchup for us. Sage, try to find a land drop. And there's a land drop. So let's go Miscreant, Echoing Truth, Spellstutter, Island. And we'll probably get rid of that Miscreant on the bottom. Try to find a ninja. Here's Ponder. Okay, so no Delver yet. Echoing Truth needs another chance. Echoing Truth deserves so much better than what we've given it. I mean, we are lined up for a Shared Discovery at some point. All right, so our turn. We draw the island we were looking for. Play a land. Yeah, just play some 1-drops, I think. So Phantasmal Bear, because we want the 2 damage more than we want the Sage. We already know what the top of our deck looks like. Look at the top 4. And pretty similar. Do we want to land next turn so that we can almost definitely share Discovery? Go Miscreant again. Are these like restacking themselves? Yeah, let's try to get another Shared Discovery off. Shared Discovery is a cool card. Echoing Truth, Spellstutter, Island. Combat, swing with Sage. Opponent not dazing any of our stuff. So I feel like they're slap happy enough on the daze, or they just don't know that you can like return an island instead of using its actual cost. 2 mana means a good blocker for our board. All right, well, let's attempt to Shared Discovery, I guess. We can't Spellstutter Daze here anyway. So play a land, play Augury Owl. It's the 4th creature. And I think we don't want Miscreant, so we'll bottom Miscreant. Honestly, Spellstutter doesn't seem super good here either. We want ninjas. I will keep Echoing Truth, though. And Shared Discovery. This matters a lot. We've been playing to the Shared Discovery all game. No days, opponent. No days, opponent. No days. One time, no days. Sick. pass the turn. Scry 3 draw 3 didn't feel bad there, and I do like what we drew into. Do you guys like that little serenade we had there? That was it's pretty cute, huh? 3 mana says Stormbound Geist. Okay. That kind of sucks. So we're going to be awkwardly getting a ninja down. Set knob. Melodious. That's what they call me. The Pauper perk. I can't even do it, Mr. Big Stuff. My brain hurts. Okay, so they can only block the Augury Owl, which is kind of sweet. So we'll just bounce this Stormbound Geist now. So go to combat. Attack, attack, attack. Go through the blocks. Opponent learning about Stormbound Geist on the stack. Yeah, it's pretty cool. A Singing Charm against Evil, helping us draw these Mistblade Shinobis. Yeah, hopefully Ninja the Deep Hour sticks around. I'd like that a lot. Granted, it'd be kind of cool if we could just play a couple 2-drops and then like leave a way to protect Ninja up in the meantime. But either of these not getting snuffed out here is pretty fine. And we hit for 5, which, you know, I'll take it. Oh, nice. Okay. Well, that's not super important. We'll be taking out this Augur Bolas in short order. We draw. Spell Stutter. Okay. No lands for us to keep going on that, but that's all right. Hopefully they don't have another answer for Ninja. And they continue attacking with Augur. Or they attack with everything. Heck, why not? They probe down to 9. Okay. And 2 mana, another Augur. Sure. We'll see what they find off of Augur. Soul Reap. Okay, they can't cast that this turn, thankfully. They preordain. So I think now we're going to go... I think they're going to try to line up a Soul Reap on one of these ninjas. So we're going to actually probably play out Cloud Sprite and leave up Spell Stutter next turn. They attack. Okay. Curious. We won't block. Zephyr Sprite. These creatures don't really feel like they do anything. And part of me really wants to just like Echoing Truth these Augurs. That feels pretty bad. Especially because I can't counter them here. Maybe I do it on their end step. So let's go... We definitely need some more damage in the air. So I'm going to go Cloud Sprite here. See what they want to do. Go to combat, swing with Augury Owl. And hopefully we can jank him out here. I think that's what we want to do, yeah. Like, they're just very close to being dead here. Like, so close that if this Echoing Truth resolves, like, I almost just don't even want to play it into possible... Oh, I guess it is, yeah. My bad. I'm not going to Spell Stutter this because we want to get that Echoing Truth through. And I don't want to Echoing Truth any of these before their end step this turn. So we'll see. Yeah. So it's almost as though I want to try to run out Spell Stutter Sprite and maybe like bait their interaction, and then on the following turn, on my turn, Echoing Truth. Oh, they're just going to tap out for us? For another Stormbound Geist. Okay. Can only block flyers, so that's not a huge deal. Let's see what they want to do here. That does give them more blockers, annoyingly. Sure. End step. I think we're going to go for it. Echoing Truth the Augurs. Because the Stormbound guys can just trade with our fairies now. And we'd have to draw another land to defend this. I could just kill this, I guess. Maybe we'll do that. Black mana. They're going to disfigure Ninja of the Deep Hours. Okay. That does make this a lot worse. This is just an attack for 2 now. We can counter an Augur on the way back down. Phantasmal Bear. Okay. So go to combat. Attack with Bear for 2. And now part of me just wants to play around Daze by not playing a 1-drop. But playing 3 1-drops here does seem pretty okay too. Especially because our opponent's at 6. So I'm going to play Phantasmal Bear. We'll counter one of the Augurs. That should have him down on interaction. And then maybe... Don't let me target any of my creatures with a Piracy Charm here, okay? That's how this thing could go south real fast. So opponent getting some more mana. They're going to cast Augur. Now is as good a time as any to try to Spell Stutter. Alright, so they're going to get one of their Augurs down. Sure. Yep. See what they find. Now they can't Soul Reap or anything, dealing damage. They find a Preordain. And we'll still get an attack in for 2 this turn. And they're tapped out of counter magic. For what that's worth. Unsummon. What does that mean? Pretty much nothing? Alright, so go to combat. Attack. And attack. Get him for a couple damage. Hopefully. And I think we are going to play Sage, looking for another... Like, we're just going to play all of our 1-drops. There's another Void Snare. So we want Void Snare with our Unsummon next turn. So we'll go Island, Island, Sage, Void Snare. And then play Zephyr Sprite, playing around Daze. And play Sage. 2 Unsummons and a Piracy Charm for next turn to try to sneak our stuff through. Just can't screw up this stack. Alright, pass. We got 4. We got a lot of creatures. Oh yeah, we could have killed Augur there. Let's see what they've got. No Shrivel, no Shrivel, no Shrivel! No Shrivel, come on. Oh god. Oh, not like this. Is it just Grimlock Angler? That doesn't really matter. Okay, good. And they're gonna Gush. I'll play Augur, okay. So 2 blue mana is what our opponent has to work with here. If we bounce these Augurs, we get in for 1/2 lethal. Echoing Decay. Thank God they can't cast that right now. No swamp, no swamp, no swamp, no swamp. They Preordain, so they're out of all their counter magic except for Daze. And Daze doesn't do it for them here, so I think we might have it. What's up, Wheeler RPG? Let's keep some 1-land hands indeed. That is what I'm all about tonight. Alright, opponent passes with 1 blue mana up. I guess they could have Dispel. So we will Void Snare, Augur Bolas. See if they have it. Doesn't look like it. Unsummon Augur Bolas. Do you have Dispel, opponent? They're going to Brainstorm, but what can you find? Foil? I guess they could foil. We didn't see a foil last game. And... man, the Island Walk mode. Didn't even realize that. I guess we could like give one of our flying creatures Island Walk, but that seems a little pedantic at this point. Go to combat. Honestly, maybe we should. Because that gets around a removal spell. Attacks like this. I guess a removal spell on this doesn't do it, though. So they have to not have removal here. Swing for 4. Can't snuff out. We got him. All right. Come on, guys. Let's see what we can do. We get to play first. No lander. That's it. Mulligan. No lander. No. No, Fallen King, I don't. Okay, alright, we can keep this. Unsummon, gonna go to the bottom. Need to get closer to a land. Play a land. Play Sage. It's a 5-0 list from the competitive leagues. This is very bad, guys. Very, very bad. Okay, so I guess we're gonna go for Unsummon on top. Okay. Ninja all the way down. Share Discovery. Martyr, Unsummon. Alright. Last turn. This 5-0'd. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Go to combat. Swing with Sage. Our opponent very likely will not trade. And they do not. I think we're going to go... All right, yeah, we're going to have to, like, unsummon our own Sage. Oh, this sucks. This is so bad. Unless unsummoning, like, whatever they play. But what? Island. I guess it's still possible this is a real Elves deck, but yeah, Birchler Rangers, okay. You think Aqueous Form? 2-card, 2-turn, rearrange the top 4. Exactly. And our opponent pretty much gets to combo off now. They get to cast all of their 1-drops plus a 2-drop. Yeah, I guess. But they haven't played anything that matters yet, so holding on to this unsummon kind of makes sense. 1, 2, 3, 4. They have 4 mana anyway, so unsummoning this kind of doesn't make sense. I think we actually want to take out Birchler Rangers here. Yeah, I do not know how this deck 5-0'd. But we're gonna find out next time on. We can literally do probably nothing here. Unsummon our own Sage of Epicure. Sage of Epicure. Island, we did it, guys. Okay, so we'll go Martyr, Frost, Share Discovery, Ninja the Deep Hours, Island. We did it. We did it. Yeah, Snap seems a lot better. Granted, we never have 2 mana. Man Candy 88. Ooh, welcome to the Jank Bank. They don't have any payoff cards yet. There's, you know, and we're looking non-zero right now. We're looking close to 0, but we're still looking non-zero. All right, Landor, the plays. I know Wheeler RPG. Those are some hot plays back there. 6 mana, and what you gonna do with it? I am 1 Lead the Stampede away from just like very prematurely scooping. But if the last card in their hand isn't anything like that, there's a chance. A really small chance, but there's a chance. Okay, so we're gonna get a turn here. I don't think it's premature. It doesn't super feel premature. Oh, actually, I've been doing that like compulsively for the last little while, like updating the record incorrectly, thinking that we lost. Are you gonna attack with Nettle Sentinel? Bad move, opponent. Attack with a bunch of elves. I have a Ninja of the Deep Hours on top of my library. I think I'm inclined to just take 4 here. They have a jillion mana. Yeah, I'm gonna take 4. Play an island. I don't think leading us, so like nothing. Yeah, so we want to cast Fairy Miscreant, and if we're casting Fairy Miscreant, we want to cast Martyr Frost. Go to combat, attack with Sage. Pass turn. Oh, it's elf time. That's the problem. You got to change your mindset. You got to get in the deep tempo amount mindset. Why, yes, I will block something that doesn't really matter with my Martyr Frost. They're coveting these Priest of Titanias quite heavily. What is that card? What are you holding in your hand? What even is that? Why would you do this to me? Go to combat. Attack with Spellstutter Spur. Attack with Fairy Miscreant. Is it like a black card or something? You can't make black mana anymore, so... Got him. And they were like, I can just do whatever I want. I'm an Elves player. We draw a Shared Discovery I think we knew about, actually. Reasons to not just, like, let your Martyr die, I guess. 3 mana. Oh, it's Bursal Rangers. You got it. They're going to attack, attack, and attack. We'll go to blocks. Block like this, I guess. Really? I don't know, man. We draw something we knew about. Martyr Frost. Okay, so we do have the option of leaving up Spellstutter for a 1-drop here, but I don't really think that matters. I think I'm just going to play more blockers. And go to combat and try to draw with Ninja. They'll trade with Birchlore. Okay. Pass the turn. Timberwatch Elf. All right, that's going to be it. And wonky decks are hard to play. I agree. I don't know, man. 14 lands? Like, how do you sequence that correctly, you know? Like, it's just really... it's just really got me going nuts. But yeah, we're definitely dead next turn. Timberwatch Elf. Hell of a card. Oh yeah. Absolutely. But it is something that I like to do and want to do. I think we're just dead. So if we block this, we take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. All right. Elves. You either lose or you win fast. So Prodigal Sorcerers and land coming in. For sure. Echoing Truth is good. We'll bring in Echoing Truth. And I think that's our sideboard for this. I don't think Aether Adepts are doing it. So we'll take out Aether Adepts. Probably take out Shared Discoveries. God, guys, we're just never going to hit our 3rd land drop. Because I think we're going to be doing, like, some shenanigans. And we'll just never have... Actually, no. We'll have tons of creatures on board. Shared Discovery is probably actually good here. Getting a Ninja down will be less difficult. So I think we can lose a couple Cloud Sprites. And there's so many creatures on board that I'd be remiss to say Mistplayed Shinobi matters. The deck actually played 41 lands. Pirate's Charm's actually kind of okay as early removal, yeah. So maybe we can try to sneak one of those in there too. Do you cut a land for this other island? Aqueous Form, not super important. The Scry might matter, actually. Although I'm not sure. I think that Aqueous Forms are for core Skyfisher decks. What else? Maybe like 1 Mistblade Shinobi. And just play 62. Why not? And Martyr Frost. All right, let's try like that. Board out all the lands. They 5-0'd with this deck, guys. We can't be that critical. All right, we got turn 2 Ninja. There's lands. All right, I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it. Yeah, on deep hours, I think it could be fine. I guess we're not controlling their board very much. And they're going to be going wide. So maybe, yeah, I could see that. It's really good against the go wide decks. We will be hitting our land drops, hopefully. Llanowar Elves. And Spell Stutter. This is weird. All right, I'm going to leave up Spell Starter this turn. If we can grab a Lizalana, or grab a Priest here, then I think we're in better shape than we could be otherwise. Yeah, I hope they... Well, I'm not trying to, like, bag on it too much. Like, it is what it is, right? They got a 5-0 with it. No, they didn't. And they're 1-drop, Virtual Rangers. Okay. Yeah, I don't mind playing it at all. It's been fun so far. Yeah, somebody just, like, completely got destroyed by this deck. And yeah, I'd love the advice. Seriously. It's a... Yeah, there's a Spell Starter Sprite and a Ninja of the Deep Hours. Go deep. I also really like the phrase Deck Forger over Deck Builder a lot. And I would like it if that became the norm. No land. Okay. I do like Mistblade Shinobi a lot, though. If we can repeatedly get him with Shinobi, that would be sweet. Okay. Pass a turn. Yeah, so it's not budget. For Delver? Stick to music? All right, Linkenzie. I will. Bye. All right, let's see what this is. If I knew Mistblade Shinobi was coming up, I probably wouldn't have been so trigger happy about the Vanguard, but maybe we'll find a way to answer it. Well-Wisher also kind of crappy here. This is going to be an interesting turn. Okay, so land is very nice. So play a land, go to combat, attack with both. Doubt our opponent will block. They don't. Okay, so let's Mistblade Shinobi back the Fairy Miscreant. I actually think I want to hit Well-Wisher here. Demotivate Jeff. Shinobi the Well-Wisher? Well, that's hard, though. I think that's hard. Like, this, you know, they have 4 mana now. So if I do this, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. And we have counter magic backup for a 1-drop. All right. I think I'm gonna bounce a Well-Wisher. I heard your requests, and we're gonna bounce Well-Wisher. Though it's not trivial. And now do I just want to play 1-drops? Because they're probably gonna play Well-Wisher. And it'd be really nice if we had more fairies out. So I actually am gonna just play fairies here and pass. So we'll see. If they can't cast their whole hand here, it might be okay. 3 cards, one of which is a Well-Wisher. Ah, dag nabbit. Saw it coming, guys. Saw it coming from a mile away. How are we going to bounce the Lizalana? That is, yeah, Spider Silk Armor, also a Paddlin. So here comes the rest of their hand and a Scattered Elf token. And they didn't need the Priest to cast the Lizalana either. So I guess, yeah, Well-Wisher definitely the soul read on that one. Don't be Spider Silk. Don't be Spider Silk. God. Is my nightmare never complete? Alright, that's not a super great stack. We can counter the Vanguard. This is whenever you cast? Yikes. Okay. Alright, so they are going to go for the 1-drop here. Which will give us a good enough attack that we might be able to get in... No, we won't get in with Mistblade Shinobi. Be pretty hopeful to get in with Mistblade Shinobi. Yeah. I'm gonna keep going. Yep. Untap, make a token. They got one more mana. They can't cast the Vanguard. They sure do have a lot of elves, though. If we counter the Vanguard, I don't know. Oh, God. Linkenzie, that's not cool, man. Not at all. All right, so right on time, Tim. Yeah, Tim arrived. So we are. What are we gonna do? Like spell starter sprite the Elvish Vanguard and try to like. It could do work, but they're just gonna untap and cast this Vanguard, and we're like dead. I guess they would have to cast Vanguard into. I don't know. They'd have to cast Vanguard into something else. And then Sorcerer could start picking stuff off. Maybe we just do have to cast Sorcerer here. And let Vanguard get down and hope we find a bounce spell to deal with it. We are still at 20 here. And we don't want our fairies to die because we have Spell Starter in hand, so we're going to attack. Alright, pass turn. Let's see what happens. Well-Wisher gains 1,000,000 life. Yep. No Quirion Ranger, so we don't have that to worry about anyway. Another Lead the Stampede would be a nightmare. Vanguard, yep. Some call me time. I don't know, man. It had to have been okay. I don't really know. Like, I don't know either. I could just be playing it like garbage, but ooh, Shadow Guildmage would be pretty cool. Another Well-Wisher. Well, we don't have a Wrath here. So not only do we have to kill the Well-Wishers, we got to deal with his Vanguard somehow. Can you build a deck based on which guy? Shadow Guildmage? The Guildmages are pretty cool. Bigger fan of Granger Guildmage, personally, but they are pretty cool. All right, opponent getting in with a bunch of elves. Yep. Okay, so go to blocks. Block like this and like this. Get rid of Lizalana. Hopefully find a bounce spell for Vanguard someday. Take 1,000,000. Down to 13. And see what we can do. Another Spell Stutter Sprite. I just don't feel like we can do it here, guys. I'm real hard pressed. Play Phantasmal Bear. Play Sage. Now we need at least a... now we need at least a Echoing Truth to like get us through this. Like this, and we're going to take out a Well-Wisher now. Pass. Attack with the fairies. Maybe not attack with the fairies. We might have to trade those off. And that ninja's going to take you to the islands. Well, we can Sage to try to like reset a little bit. Oh god, Quirion Ranger. With the Well-Wisher. It is going to take me to the islands. I agree. Oh yeah, that's definitely mono black. Yep, gonna get a Jillian life. Taking an educated guess. Yeah, I'm assuming like we just have no way to answer them at all, right? So we go to blocks and we go like this, go like this, go like this, go like this. go like... Nah. We probably want to keep a flyer back, so... And I think we could do this. Do we really... Can we just take 4? Can we take 5 here? 10? Down to 3? Probably not, right? Take 9 down to 4. We have to find a bounce spell for this and a bounce spell for all these. And we have Ninja of the Deep Hours on top. So I don't think we... I think we need at least one more turn beyond this turn. So I think we're going to let Fyndhorn Elves live. We're going to block like this. And I also have a bunch of islands on top. That's right. So we have to survive more than one turn beyond this somehow. If that's even possible. I don't think that's possible. So let's go Sage. And Prodigal Sorcerer. There he is. Last Tim standing, but we just don't have enough blockers here. So if we block 1, 2, 3, and then play Spellstutter Sprite, we take 6 down to 1, I guess. So there's that. We'll just pass. The rogue list of my friend. Slitherblade, yeah, Slitherblade or like an unblockable creature would be pretty sweet. Gonna attack with a bunch of stuff. But yeah, very few ways out of this. Alright, so go to blocks. We will block, block, block. And they're gonna Well-Wisher. We will... I guess ping an elf token. As much as that sucks. Now let's take 5 down to 2. Opponent up to 57. We are fighting the good fight, though. And there's another Prodigal Sorcerer, and we lose. Womp womp. Okay, Elves, not a great matchup. We have discovered that today. All right, we're going to keep this off the back of a Sage. And hope for the best. Carrion Feeder. Well, Bounce Magic is pretty good against Carrion Feeder. So let's go Land and Fairy Miscreant. A little bit better for ninjaing. I think it must be Aristocrats. Maybe it's good against Aristocrats. Yeah, they were definitely not packing for Elves, though. I mean, most mono blue decks aren't packing for Elves. You really need the... I have not faced Tron, actually. And they don't have any sideboard hate for Tron, so they must be pretty confident in the matchup. I feel like we're pretty okay against Aristocrats, though, actually. Mono blue shenanigans. Sure is. So I guess we gotta hope that they, like... We probably don't even want to play Mistblade Shinobi next turn. Honestly. Well, the Carrion Feeders can't block. So... yeah, hopefully they just like go all in on Carrion Feeders and lose a bunch of value that way. If we can get this Young Wolf out of the way, we can just keep triggering Mistblade Shinobi, so maybe it is the correct play here. We can always unsummon it to get an extra trigger later, too. Alright, so go to combat. Attack with Fairy Miscreant. Go through blocks. Opponent can't block. Pick it up. Get a Mistblade down. Yeah, they are, though. Deal some damage. Bounce the feeder with a counter on it. And I think we play Fairy Miscreant here, just in case we do draw into Ninja of the Deep Hours, or Ninja of Deep Hours, as it were. So we're more concerned with their ability to block than anything here, because Mistblade Shinobi can keep resetting the Carrion Feeders kind of no matter what, right? There's a Blister Pod that represents some pump value. Golgari Rot Farm, so they only have 2 cards in hand. 2 cards and a land. 2 potentially a spell and a land. They are going to turn up the heat here pretty quick. And yeah, and also Share Discovery could be a pretty feasible thing to do here. I mean, just trying to bounce Blister Pod is kind of funny. Oh, they just sacked it. All right, I'm down with that. Yeah, sack the token too, opponent. Do it. Please. Aw. I think, oh yeah, that's a good question. Probably Owl and then Sage. Aether Adept. Well, I like that too. So we'll play a land, play Aether Adept. And thanks, Linkenzie. We'll bounce the Scion. Or make an attempt to. So we can get in with our creature. And bounce our Carrion Feeder. We certainly can. So Adept fizzles. Go to combat. Swing with both. I like that Adept is a blocker for Young Wolf here too. That's pretty sweet. So can't block with this. It doesn't seem bad right here. With all this block value, or all this bounce value. So bounce a Carrion Feeder. Hopefully all this bounce stuff will be able to disrupt them. And I don't even know if we want to Share Discovery next turn. Like, I think we just want to use Unsummon and Augury Owl to set up a good one. And we'll bounce, like, whatever creature is going to get in the way of our Misplayed Shinobi. Yeah, I like that it can't block too. They're going to unearth the Blister Pod. Yep. And play another Carrion Feeder. Or play the one we keep bouncing. That is. Yeah, unsummoning a huge feeder would be pretty sweet. Just getting in with Carrion Feeder and Young Wolf. All right, so we'll go to blocks. Block like this. Young Wolf matters more than Carrion Feeder, incidentally. I wonder if they sack it to this one. All right, so they're pumping that one up, which is kind of nice. We trade Aether Adept for Young Wolf. Opponent passes. Find Martyr of Frost. It would be really nice to counter one of these on the way back down. So I think we're actually going to go one drop, leave up on summon for their turn. Leave up on summon to bounce the biggest Carrion Feeder on attacks. And having Martyr of Frost on board means when we draw a bunch of cards off Shared Discovery, we should have lots of gas to counter the Carrion Feeder when it comes back down. So look at the top four. Counter spells are great here. So we'll go Island, Martyr, counter, counter. And I guess we might as well get in with Fairy Miscreant. That little peck damage is probably going to be relevant. And now we've got Unsummon ready for the bigger Carrion Feeder. Plus counter magic out the wazoo coming up soon. That line I mentioned 45 seconds ago? Yeah, me too. All right, so no blocks from us because we need all our creatures. See what our opponent does. No effects. Okay, so we are going to try to unsummon the 3/3. See how they respond. Unkicked Vines would help them here. They're just going to sack it. Okay. I'm with that. Our turn comes up. Okay, so Shared Discovery here is probably pretty alright. Man, it'd be sweet if we could hit with this Misplayed Shinobi, though, I'm telling you. But yeah, so we can Share Discovery here. Draw some cards. Okay, that sounds good, Linkenzie. Unsummon, turn into a removal spell. It's true. And I'll certainly counter any of their 2-for-1 creatures. Oh, another land, huh? All right, play a land and run out another Martyr of Frost. And pass. It would be really nice to hit another Mistblade here. Like 2 Mistblades is pretty awesome. Carrion Feeder doesn't matter. The 2-for-1 creatures are what we're worried about. We'll take 2. See how they sack. All right. Goes to 3/3. Cool. We take 3 down to 6. But I feel fairly well defended here. Opponent gains a life. And any spells? No spells. Oh, did I? More counter magic for us. Okay. So I think we're going to attack with everything but Mistblade here. We've got 2 counter spells for this turn. See if our opponent chumps or blocks anything with Eldrazi Scion. Because we'll trade pretty much any of these 3 creatures with it, given the amount of counter magic we have in hand right now. No blocks. Okay, they take 4. And I think we're going to run out Augury Owl to set up for next turn. It's not a terrible chump blocker, and Spellstutter Sprite can grab their 2-for-1 spell. So we will bottom Island. I'm okay with a counter spell. We'll bottom Cloud Sprite. Pass the turn. This feels like a deck you should play with pen and paper to take notes. Yeah, seriously. You're bouncing so many spells to their hand all the time. There's a Butcher Ghoul, so we want to counter that. We'll counter it with Spellstutter Sprite. And hopefully they don't have another 2-for-1 creature. That would be unfortunate. Let's see. I think I'm okay blocking with Augury Owl here. It doesn't change the clock. And they could deal 6 damage out of nowhere. Kind of like by surprise. So we'll oblige them on that one. Our turn. The other counter spell. Alright, so go to combat. Attack, 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 attack. Let's do it like this. And yeah, and you manipulate your own library a lot. It's true. With like the Sage. Multiple Sages. Our opponent shouldn't be able to resolve a spell for the next few turns. We are going to have to find an extra point of damage at some point. Shouldn't be too hard. Drawing any kind of bounce spell here would be ideal, obviously. Brindleshoat, no way. So I actually feel pretty safe taking 3 here. Nah, maybe not. Yeah, I should have attacked with this. So now we're down to 3. Little bit of a precarious situation to be in. We're drawing lands? Are you kidding me? Now, deck? Now? We'll play it. Go to combat, swing with everything. Probably but Sage again. Yeah. We will block with Sage this time. So I should have served with Sage last time because we were comfortable taking 3. Yeah, better cut down to 13 lands. Now our opponent's at 5. We just have to survive 1 more turn and we should have them. I mean, that does mean we have to get a good top deck, but we can survive 2 more turns pretty easily. Not taking any chances. This is definitely what we're trying to do. Yeah, I think the aqueous forms are definitely coming in here. Just where the unblockable Shinobis matters so much. Unsummon. Pop this. And GG. Sweet. You should counter with Martyr. No way. Okay, Aqueous Forms, come in. Piracy Charm is probably actually okay too. I like our efficient bounce here. Aether Depth's probably fine, but not great. Granted, it does bounce the tokens and stuff. I think we want as much bounce as we can. Yeah. Holy crap, you won a game. I know, it's crazy. We won a whole match against Blue Black Delver earlier. Okay, so an O3 doesn't seem that bad here, actually. And Prodigal Sorcerer, like, once we've reset the Carrion Feeder a bunch of times, we can just, like, mow it down with Prodigal Sorcerer. That can answer Shrivel or Nausea. We might be able to win this match. We might be able to. So what's bad here, guys? What's bad here? We want the Aqueous Forms for our Mistblade Shinobis because they're just really good in this matchup. I think we're going to go taking out a couple of Cloud Sprites again. So that does that for us. Do we want to sneak in a Piracy Charm or a Cloud or a Void Snare? Whisk Away? Whisk Away is probably okay. Yeah, Shrivel and Nausea. Oh, just punch the mic real quick. Phantasmagoric Bear. When you be using the same XLR cable for like 10 years, it does not bode well. Okay, so yeah, I could bring in a Whisk Away for Phantasmal Bear. I'm a little worried to go down that many creatures because, as you guys saw, we were kind of even low on creatures by the end of the last game. And I'm a little remiss to bring in more Aether Depths because hitting our third land drop is tough. Maybe the Aqueous Forms aren't that good. Huh. Well, I want to try the Aqueous Forms, so let's do it. There's 2 Aqueous Forms on the board for a reason. Manaless Dredge. Let's do this. This hand's pretty bad, but it's not, like, unplayable at all. So I'm going to keep it. Hopefully we scry into enough bounce. See how fast our opponent's start is. It definitely has a plan. Play a land, play Fairy Miscreant, pass the turn. See if we can find a ninja. Yeah, I definitely think Sage will come down next turn. I will 100%, no, maybe not 100%, try to trade this now that they have Brindleshot on board. They're going to sacrifice it anyway, but yeah, this is the scariest start out of them. For sure. Phantasmal Bear. It's pretty funny. All right, I'm with you guys on this one. Let's Sage try to find a land. That was definitely like a greedy play, hoping for the ninja on that one. Nothing too sexy coming up in here, but I mean, we might resolve a couple of shared discoveries. Should be sweet. So I think we gotta go Shared Discovery, Miscreant, Island. And I'm going to attack with Miscreant here. I want my Miscreant on board for my Spell Stutter Sprite next turn. Yeah, Miscreant will be good. I don't even really want to block yet. Like, how low do we let our life total get? This deck's really fast. Another Carrion Feeder. You got it. Attack, attack. I mean, we can't just play 2 creatures next turn. Thank you very much for the follow, Bean527. I actually think we're going to take 5 here, or however much they decide to deal. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Jank Bank. We're trying to jank them out with some mono blue, 14 lands. All right, found our island. So play island, play Phantasmal Bear, play Martyr Frost, and probably do some unfortunate chump blocking here. Get him with Fairy. So we have one creature to commit before our Shared Discovery next turn, so I think we block Carrion Feeder with something, take 5 down to 6, Shared Discovery, hopefully hit enough blockers for it to matter. We are going to draw a lot of cards, but this has all gone very quickly. We'll have to hit a lot of bounce spells. Young Wolf, yep. And opponent, we're going to combat, they're going to attack, attack, attack. We certainly don't want to take 7 here. I think they're going to sacrifice this Young Wolf rather than trade it with Phantasmal Bear. So I'm going to block like this. And if they let Phantasmal Bear go, then so be it. Never give Aqueous Form to the bear. No, they didn't. Okay. Opponent had the Soul Read. All right. We're going to draw very Miscreant. So we'll play Miscreant. Can't Share Discovery now. That is kind of a disaster. And draw another Shared Discovery. Big yikes. And I guess, like, do we Aqueous Form off a Fairy Miscreant? That seems pretty bad. We're just never casting one of these now. I was really banking on them sacrificing the Young Wolf. So we're going to have to go digging for a bounce spell. It probably should have gone on Sage, but I'm thinking of just chumping with this next turn, so I really don't want it to just go away. Sage, we'll go to the bottom. We'll get in for 1. Opponent goes to 17. Hopefully they don't have Rancor. And we'll pass. We definitely needed a bounce effect way earlier than this. Like a lot earlier than this. Oh god, Scattershot Archer. Okay, that's not good. Alright, well. Block like this. Take 4. And see if we're dead. They might just have, if they have Hunger, that no, they can't cast Hunger. So we're not actually just dead here, but we're pretty close. I don't think anything gets us out of this either, because Scattershot Archer is just going to, like, annihilate our board. Yeah. Martyr Frost, and I think we're just dead. We can, like, yeah, because it kills all of our flyers, so we're just dead. Boom. All right. So any consideration after that game? I think we need even more bounce. Like, we need as much bounce as we can even get our hands on. So, like, maybe Void Snare Echoing Truth comes in, although we are on the play here. I think I'm going to take the Aqueous Forms out. They seem really bad. Let's try it like that. They do get Mistblade Shinobi in, but, like, so much has to go right for that. Oh, the most in response, yeah. Yeah, the Aqueous Form's coming back out. Or just, like, take them all out. I can see that. Let's do that. Maybe, no, we definitely don't want Piracy Charm. What do we want more than Piracy Charm? Aether Adept? Let's do that. Island seems better than Aqueous Form? I'm with you. Let's do it. 15 lands. Let's go. Maybe I should have just been bringing in the island every time. Maybe that was always, maybe that was the biggest punt, was not sideboarding in the island. And how are you, Lobert? It's good to hear from you, man. I hope things have been going well for you. Yeah. All right, opponent. They're deep in the board. Very deep in the board. God. Now we're going to flood out, guys. Okay, we are going to get Mistblade Shinobi down early, so I'm cool with this. I'm going to keep. Hopefully we'll get it down early. Island. Martyr. Pass. Mana, yeah, I'm glad to have you. Carrion Feeder. You got it. Can't block. Ooh. Island. Combat. Swing. I don't even... Yeah, I think we do Shinobi here. Mistblade Shinobi. Yep. Bag it up. Bounce the boy. Yeah, it is kind of funny, eh? Like a ninja dancing around a zombie. Double Shinobi is quite sweet. Because you can almost like pump fake them into blocking the first one. And we're going to have Aether Adept to clear the way for next turn as well. Hopefully we can tempo him out here, guys. Hopefully we can just tempo him right into the dirt. Me too. And geez, did we ever need it. Mortician Beetle, sure. Carrion Feeder, thank you very much for the follow, Fox Page. I appreciate that, man. I hope you're having a great evening. And now we're just going to play a land. Aether Adept. Bounce Mortician Beetle. Go to combat. Bounce Carrion Feeder. Swing with a 2-2 to Shinobi next turn. Oh yeah, just good, clean fun, gang. Do we ever need that third land? Yes, I would love to do that. Opponent's at 17. Still got a ways to go here now, though. Still got a hill to climb. Opponent kind of stuck on green mana. Feel like I've seen that before. A couple of 1-drops. They're gonna go Bloodthrone Vampire. Okay, sure. Turn comes back. Unsummon. Okay, so let's go to combat. And swing like this. See how they block? No blocks. So Mistblade Shinobi back the Aether Adept. Get in. Bounce the Blood Throne. And it's questionable as to whether I want to even like recommit here. Yeah, no, let's just pass. Or I mean, sorry, sacrifice the Martyr here. Because I have Echoing Truth plus Unsummon. Like we can just clear their board again. Yeah. This does look like 5-0 gameplay material. Maybe everybody was on Aristocrats. And they were just like janking him out left, right, and center. Young Wolf doesn't super matter. We can't counter it anyway. Well, actually, it kind of does. Countering Young Wolf is almost the only way. And it can block. We can just bounce Mortician Beetle next turn and get in. Yeah, I'll counter it. We'll show them Aether Adept. On some, I guess they're all pretty similar. We probably don't want to show them Echoing Truth. So X3. Can't pay for it. And now if they go Mortician Beetle, something else. They're just going to go Blood Throne. Carrion Feeder. Yep. Mortician Beetle. Yep. Doesn't super matter. So we will... So let's Aether Adept. This is the gameplay loop right here, guys. Aether Adept back the Mortician Beetle. Go to combat, swing with our ninjas. Yep, can't block. Bounce your Carrion Feeder. Yes. And yeah, pass turn. Turbo Shinobi. Man, the hardcore Echoing Truth are Mistblade Shinobis to like get them all back. Oops, all ninjas. I mean, our opponent does have about 1,000,000 years because we're only hitting them for 1 ever. Scattershot Archer not looking super hot here. I guess I can sacrifice it to like get in for damage. Green mana is going to be Nest Invader, sure. So now our attacks just don't do anything, which kind of sucks. Mortician Beetle, yep. Obi-Wan Shinobi? No Fallen King, no one has. You've arrived just in time for the Obi-Wan Shinobi joke. Yeah, but I don't, now we're just screwed. Like, we can't attack through their stuff with our Shinobis. It's a opponent's creature. All right, our turn. We draw Island. Interesting. We don't really have any good attacks here. I wonder if they'll block Aether Adept. Nah, I think we just want to pass. If our opponent ever attacks, then we should have a way to like bounce enough of their board to have a really good counterattack. Like they can't really overcommit onto a single creature now. We have so much instant speed bounce. Yep. And yep. No counter magic for those. They have the ability to make some big stuff. But we should be able to make their lives not super comfortable in the meantime. All right, so go to blocks. I think we're going to let Nest Invader get in. Sure. Now, are you willing to trade an opponent? Of course not. Well, they're kind of going a little more all in than they have to here. So bounce this. And take 2. These having different names triggered. Scattershot Archer is actually kind of a problem here. So we're going to have to do something about that. Yeah, no real good attacks here, so we'll just pass. This counterspell is going to help a lot. We have to be cognizant of that. Like, we should hold on to counterspell to deal with. Yeah, I think that's going to have to be how we do it. I'm assuming they have multiple. And, like, finding Spell Starter Sprite would obviously be great. But we can't really buy into that, right? 3 cards in our opponent's hand. Of course, if they just play another one, we'll do that. Aqueous Form. Aqueous Form would be so clutch right now. Oh yeah, no, of course. No Echoing Truth value. You're right. No way to buy it regardless. So we're gonna get in with a bunch of stuff. Sure. Interesting attack. So we'll go to blocks, block like this. And I think that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, they get real frisky here. Maybe we'll do something about it. They're going to sack. Yep. So now we're in a position to actually get an attack in, which is kind of nice. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll take 10. And we'll see what this is. Blood Throne. Right. They have Blood Throne. I don't think Blood Throne is super important. We can always just bounce it. It is a blocker, which kind of sucks. Actually, yeah. I'm going to grab this. I have a plan. 1 card left. Opponent's going to sack the Scion. You got it. Okay. Don't really see what's going on here. Cartouche of Ambition. sure. Yeah, me too. This is weird. Cartouche fizzles, 2 cards in hand. I feel like they were in kind of a good position there. All right, so Echoing Truth, Mortician Beetle. Go to combat, swing. Bounce your board. Oh, this is gonna be good. Get the popcorn. So a Misplayed Shinobi back, Aether Adept. Maybe, yeah. I mean, that maybe not all of that was like completely intuitive, but we did show it to them. So bounce, bounce, bounce. Especially where I don't think any of the creatures besides Mortician Beetle in their hand can block now. I mean, we're not in great shape. They're only at 12 and we're at 8. But they did use a lot of resources. Or actually, no. They have Nest Invader into Mortician Beetle. Into Carrion Feeder. So I guess we're in a pretty similar place. Sage. All right, let's run out Sage first. It's a fine blocker to help us buy some time. Unsummon. Oh god, all these lands. We're about to draw like a jillion lands, guys. Ugh. Okay, we gotta win the game. We gotta win the game with this Aether Adept and a single unsummon. That's good to know. So we will... I think we bounce Mortician Beetle here. Oh god. Here it comes. Yeah, Aqueous Form would be fine here. So what do we do? How can we like try to like convince them to sack incorrectly? Like attack with all 3 Shinobis or something? So we'll play Adept. Bounce the Mortician Beetle. Pass the turn. They can only block and kill 1, actually. So I think we are going to get in. No, because then they just replay Nest Invader. Like, that doesn't seem that good here. We'll pass. Guys, we're going to draw a jillion lands. Like, did you see that? I guess we could, yeah, we could bounce Sage. But, like, what are we going to find? Like, you know? Oh, God, okay. Yep. Just a Blood Throne. All right. Yeah, we can bounce Sage. It is terrible knowledge to have, I agree. Then I'm going to draw lands for the next 3 turns. Maybe I should have held Aether Adept until it was time for a good attack. Oh, God. All right, we'll just pass. I'm okay with a little bit of a standoff here. We could find Augury Owl. Yup. We're at 8, too. That is something to be knowledgeable about. So opponent attacks and attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so we'll go to blocks. We'll block like this. And like this. See our opponent sacks. Yep. And see if they sack one more. Okay, they're getting greedy about it. Sweet. So we are going to lose 1 creature. And yeah, resetting their Mortician Beetle, definitely more relevant than us resetting our Aether Adept. So we'll do that. And here comes Mortician Beetle. So they have 2 blockers now. We find a land. We might find Shared Discovery into a bunch of spells, so I'm just going to play it. Looks like you're in a bouncy house. Yeah, that would have been sweet. Redoing the overlay for each stream would be pretty awesome. I'd be into that. So now we're locked, pretty much, for a few turns. And I don't think this can deal 8 here. I wonder if we trade with Nest Invader. They're going to swing, swing, swing. This is not looking good for us, guys. So in blocks, Mortician Beetle or Carrion Feeder can't kill us alone. So 1/2 plus 3 plus 5, 7. So they can put us to 1 if we block Mortician Beetle here. I think they'd be fine sacrificing a creature to make it larger anyway, which will make this 4, so we'll take 6. And if we can just sneak a Mistblade through next turn, we might be able to survive. So actually, I think we block like this. I don't think we just die this way. They might have Hunger of the Howl Pack, and then, you know, they've got it. And that's it. Yep. So they sack. And you have Hunger? I wonder. GG's. Hello out there in YouTube land. Thank you so much for hanging out for the entire league. As you guys saw, it was a little awkward drawing with this deck sometimes, but in that first Aristocrats game, we really showed its power. I think there must be something here with getting Mistblade Shinobi down and just repeatedly bouncing your opponent's creatures, maybe getting them through with Aqueous Forms to the sideboard when that's appropriate. Anyway, if this deck is really great, then it's probably way over my head, but I recommend you try it out, see if you can break it, see if you can get that 5-0 like Bright Blue Desk did. Anyway, thanks again for hanging out for the entire league, and thank you for sticking around for the entire stream out there on Twitch. Have a great night, guys. Thank you.